Get him, Miss Pac-Man. Oh. Hey everyone. Today I have your Pixels movie review. There is this signal of this old video game competition, and it got shot up into space, and the aliens have apparently acquired some footage and took that as an act of war. So now they're bringing down all these video game characters onto Earth, and they're taking over the planet, and you gotta get a team to take them out. As far as the story goes, Chris Columbus directs this movie where all of this crazy stuff is happening. And obviously, if you're not familiar with this guy, he directed the first two Harry Potter movies and some other movies that were actually pretty decent. But this one was just a really terrible movie altogether. It seemed to have a good storyline. Obviously, I was looking forward to seeing this movie. I was hoping for it to be at least decent, even though I knew who the cast was of this movie. I just wanted to see this, obviously, for the visuals and, of course, those video game characters. But I was a little bit disappointed in the end. As far as the casting goes, obviously, Adam Sandler is the star of this movie, and I know that I'm definitely with a lot of people who absolutely hate this guy. Just the movies that he makes. Obviously, he's a part of that Happy Madison production company, and basically any movie that's by that company is gonna be really shitty. And of course, he leads this team of people, of other actors that, I could really care less about. Like Kevin James, for example. He was just in that movie that I hated called Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. I just cannot stand him. And obviously, I'm with one of my other friends saying that when him and Adam Sandler work together on movies, it's just going to be bad altogether. Josh Gad, who, sometimes he can be, pretty funny. But I would say when he was in the movie The Wedding Ringer, I didn't really like that, and this was pretty much like the same scenario here. But the only saving grace for this movie had to be Peter Dinklage, who was probably the best part of this movie. And, it was really cool to see him, kicking ass and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. But also having Michelle Monaghan in this movie, I just felt like she was just very out of place. I feel like she can do much better. So I guess it's kind of like a bad role on her part. But the reason why this is a bad love review contender is because the concept seemed like a really good idea at first. Having all of these sort of video game, arcade game characters coming to life and just coming to Earth. I just feel like in the end, it did not pan out well on screen, and all I can think about was just visuals and how obviously little kids are gonna love this movie, but maybe not the adults. Obviously, it brings me back to the 80s games and the 90s games, so I was impressed with that, but that's basically the only thing that I should ever like about this movie. Like I said, the things that I liked about this movie, seeing those video game characters like Pac-Man, also seeing Donkey Kong was really cool. But also, let's shoot some ducks. I thought that was really cool. Also, Q*bert was a cutie pie. I just really loved that character as well. Overall, I would say that this movie was just absolutely terrible, and the only thing I liked about it was those characters, but those human characters gotta go. Seriously, I would prefer not to see them at all, and this movie was just not done well, and it was just horrible to watch. So I would not quite recommend seeing this movie. Whether or not you're a fan of those video game characters, doesn't matter. Don't see this movie. So I would give this 1.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of Pixels and who was your favorite video game character featured in this movie. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.